Hey, what's up? I'm Michael. This video I am going to be doing Odie from Garfield, and to show what I've got to start with, I have a study that I done. He is, as you can see here, he usually has his mouth wide open and it comes all the way down to his body. It's the full length of his neck. In this one, he's actually got his mouth shut, and in this one, he's just showing teeth. He's just smiling, and there's an easy way to draw his face, just simply using circles. And then you basically are going to put in a long set of lines, a bean shape, and then legs, and you've got him. Now down here, I've done from the side view. As you notice, his eyes are right there above, or right there below his ears. His ears actually run into his eyes, and then on this one you can see, if he's got his mouth open, how it sort of comes out to this side and goes back in like so. And then this one is a little version, if he is got his tongue hanging out and he's happy, and like extremely happy with his tongue hanging out, he's got his teeth there as well. I've only ever seen him like this maybe once or twice, but now all of the rest of them I've seen him like that a whole lot. I'm going to set this to the side and I am going to get started. Now what you want to do, you really don't have I guess you really don't have a size chart for this one that much. Basically, come down from wherever your top point is. I'm going to go and mark out my top point, and I'm going to come down about half of where I want to be with it. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is mark it about there and there, and then about right here. Now I'm actually going to draw it over here. Let me move my book over just a little bit. Okay. And let me see if I can get a little bit better lighting on this. It really looks like the lighting is not all that great here right now. Okay, so this is his ear top, the top of his eyes and his head. This is the bottom of his eyes and his head here. This is where his other circle is going to start, his cheeks and his mouth. So then down here it will be about where his body is, and right in here he'll have his legs. If his body comes down, his body's going to be, I'll tell you what, let me move this back up just a little bit, and I'll put his body right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to start with a circle. Now I'm going to use these two guidelines right here, and I'm going to draw, I'm going to bring it about right here. You don't have to, but you can round them out at the top just a little bit like so, or you can bring it straight across. Just draw an oval the size that you measured out, basically. And I'm going to make this a little wider. Okay, remember, you can come back and fix these lines at a later time. Right down the middle, I'm going to split his eyes, and I'm actually going to come back here and let's see here. If this is where this other one's at, then there's a circle here, and the circle, it's going to be like so, and then let me make it a little bit better looking. Then you're going to have cheeks. They come dip here, sort of, they round, they come up and back in, but they, at the top, they're going to be like this, sort of coming down, but at the bottom they kind of droop and come back up, and it looks like a spaceship. Now right here you've got this area. You're going to draw an oval, and in that oval, a highlight oval. So I'm going to go and mark that in, that's going to be my black spot. Okay, so directly out of the top of his head, I'm just going to draw two little stems basically, and then right here I'm going to put a piece in on either side like so, and then right on that I'm just going to draw a big old ear. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Alright, now you can have his eyes with them shut just by putting a line across them right there. You could come back in and make him lazy or tired looking by putting his little pupils right here, or you can go on and just put in circles. Now a lot of them, they just draw him with little circles right here, little dots for his eyes, and I think that's what I'm actually going to do. So let me get that back out of there right quick. Okay, now if you notice, his eyes come down to his nose here, and then his nose actually covers up the bottom of his eyes. So and his head in most shots is actually not visible, but you can go back here just a little bit if you want to and put in a little bit of a head. And since this is my version, I like it better with the little bit of the head showing. So now Odie has a very weird neck, very long neck, and I'm going to put two lines coming down like so, sort of. You start at the top and you sort of go in, and then you angle it back out a little bit. Okay, and then another line on the outside of that, doing the exact same thing. And right here I'm going to imply a bottom lip just by doing that. Then I'm going to come back and close this one in, and now from here you can come straight across and put in teeth if you want to, or what Odie does a whole lot is he has a big old tongue, and what we're going to do is draw this big old tongue, almost like Garfield's tail was, and it actually connects back to this side of his mouth. So whatever side his tongue is sticking out on, you want to connect it back in there. If I was drawing it, I would change it up like this just a little bit, because now it looks like a better tongue. And I can go right back in now and fix this. Okay. Now, what I forgot to show you was on the mouth. His mouth is going to come up into the cheeks, like so. And then he's got a little extra smiley face type thing right there. Alright, so now his body is going to be down here. And I don't have room to draw his full-size body, so what I'm going to do is actually just make somewhat of a different drawing than I had planned. I'm going to bring that out, and I'm going to bring just a little bit like that. Let's see here. So what I done was I actually made his head a lot bigger than I was supposed to, so I messed up with that. Sorry about that. That's alright. You might do that too. So what we're going to do, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to bring this up and around like so. Okay, and I am simply going to sweep it down. Notice this has a bean shape. Okay, his body is bean shaped. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, this is my line I want to stay at. So I know I don't have the proper space for this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw a foot here, a foot here, and I am going to foreshorten a little leg here. Let's see, it will come here and then back up like so. And then his feet simply have lines. They're like a half circle on top, flat on the bottom, and then there are lines in it to give his toes. Like so. And I'm going to pull that here and just have it come up here. Now, you can do this however you want. This is just because of how I have him down here. I made his head way too big, and I'm sorry about that. But something important about Mr. Odie is that I'm going to bring his body like this. He's got weird back legs. Okay, you're going to start with a parenthesis shape. Okay, and then back behind it, he's got a piece that comes back up in here. I'll show you. It's like this here, and then it's going to come back down. That comes down, and he's just going to have a big old foot right here. And we're just going to put that other foot in on back there. And simply pull that down. Now, what we're going to do is take and give him a tail. And to start with, you basically want to have a single starting point. Okay, so we're going to come like that, and then I'm going to come back on this side just a little bit, and then from here I'm going to come out this way, and then I'm actually going to close that like almost like a triangle, and then here same thing. So that's going to be sort of blackened in. And then you're going to draw two lines like that, and you'll come back to the middle and erase out in between those lines. And then you can go back and put those lines back in a little bit better. And then I'm just going to show slightly that this is blackened in. And there we have Odie. Now, I'm going to go on an Ink-Him, but I think what I'll do is I'll actually do another drawing of him at the proper size on the same piece of paper over here. So let me get to the inking stage for this part, and you'll have 2 Odie videos. Okay, to ink Odie, I am going to use my number 505 pen, and I have a pen brush, 2 pen brushes with me as well. So let's get to it. From now on, I am going to only be inking the original outlines with the actual pens. I'm not going to be using the brush pens for this anymore. I messed up on Garfield quite a bit because of that, and I don't want to make that same mistake again. And please excuse me if you hear my stomach rumbling. I don't mean for it to. I ate, but unfortunately I am hungry again. Okay. Alright. If it's going to be a big black area, I'm going to come back and do it with my pen brush. But I want to get the outlines created first. And Odie always has a highlight on his nose. So. Right. I stick my tongue out like Odie does all the time. I'm going to slightly move this up just a little bit, I think. Alright. So, I'm going to show that this is his chest here. But then bring that out to show that it is his leg as well. So if you make a mistake, it's okay to make it look like it's just a thick line. Okay, so now he looks a little bit different, but I'm going to go on and put in his toes and I'm going to draw this part down here first. Alright, so I'm going to try to swoop it this way. And when I say swoop something, I mean draw a circle in one motion. Okay, this is going to be a little bit of a tough part. I want to have his tail the same way I had it, but I'm going to have to draw it out a little bit differently. Because I'm inking it and I can't go back and fix it, I want to make sure that I get it right the first time. I'm having a problem because I have a problem with my wrist and I can't get to this the way that it's setting, so I can't put my wrist on anything else. It gives me a, I don't know if it's carpal tunnel or if it's what is it called, a tendonitis type thing. It's one of the two though. Let me see if I can grab it this way. Alright, so we'll just bring that in like that, and I'm just going to go on and blacken his tail in. Alright. I accidentally went over a little bit on his tail there, but it's okay. It's just showing motion anyway. So let me come back in here, get my pen brush out, and start putting in some of these other areas. If I get my head in the picture, I'm sorry. Alright, I'm actually going to bring this around like so. There we go. There we go. Alright, let's see about this then. I'm going to have to actually clean my desk off quite a bit to be able to get back in here and actually put my book back here a little bit further, I think. Now, if you do something like this, where you have a black area, just make that black area come out a little bit further. That's fine. All right. And that is Odie. I'm just going to right here put his name is Odie. Okay, now I'm going to go on and stop this video, and I will make another video of Mr. Odie, and maybe I might put it on in there together. So there we go. Okay, I actually forgot to put in something. I have already erased the pencil marks. So I'm going to go back and put in his spot. He has a spot right here on his side. It doesn't matter what side he's drawn from. He's got a spot right here. And there we go. Thank you for watching my video, and if you liked it, let me know with a like and a comment below. You can subscribe to my channel here for all of my latest videos. My latest video with its alternates are here. Down here is an alternate related or video I think you may like, and below that is the playlist for this video. Directly below are my social media accounts, and you can find all of those links in my description below. Thank you again for watching.